Ticket Machine is the official ticket broker of Spartan Nation. No matter what you need a ticket for, border to border, coast to coast, the Ticket Machine is your ticket source. So whether you need to get into the hottest concerts, the best sporting events, you want the best seats in the house, or you just want to get in the door, when you want to go to any event that requires a ticket, anywhere, border to border, coast to coast, it's always theticketmachine.com. Theticketmachine.com, 517-655-3201. Check it out today at theticketmachine.com.
With the week off, it was interesting for us. We had some time to to work on some things, and we talk a lot about getting better every week, and we were able to get in the gym 3 times, which was great. We were able to get a couple days off and really stack our workouts and get some things done. So that was outstanding. Excited to head out on the road. Cornell, real good team. Returned a lot of players. Their back end, their goaltending is outstanding. Most of their scoring from the back end is back, and they'll present some challenges for us. I think they had 9 shutouts last year, so in an interesting building. Good history there. Oddly shaped, it's real square, so it'll be fun to get in there on Thursday and kind of check that out a little bit and go from there. One thing that stood out too, you get a weekend off, you kind of look around a little. Just the record of the Big Ten right now, 16-5-2 for .739 winning percentage, and there's a couple of upsets in there, games that I'm not a betting guy, but I probably would have bet that some of those teams would have pulled off. So outstanding start, 4 teams in the top 10, 6 in the top 14. So conference is picking right up where it left off last year, and it's going to be a lot of fun playing and battling it out. But this will be a good test. Real good to get out on the road, play a highly ranked team, and see if we can get something done. Then we'll go from there. But I think the guys are ready. They were pretty hungry at practice yesterday, and I think going on the road early is a good thing. It's good to get everybody out in the way and just think hockey for a few days. So, questions?
Yeah, Dan, what kind of challenge is it to play against a team so defensive-minded as Cornell, with, like you said, 9 shutouts last year, #1 defensive team, and everybody back from that defense?
It's interesting because you look at them and you watch them play, and they've played a couple of Canadian universities, so and we have some film from last year on them as well. But they're up in the play, like, and you're right, Neil. They do defend well. They don't give up a lot. But usually when you think of a team like that, you think their defensemen are back. I tell you what, they're deer in the rush on almost every rush. They're involved in the offensive zone. They're at the top of the circles quite a bit. So it tells you 2 things. One, that they've got a lot of confidence, their D, and they're going to jump on the play, and 2, that they're well coached and they're going to push on the way back. So for us, we've got to find our opportunities, play fast in transition, and make sure we're picking up guys on the way back. But it's a good challenge. Like I said, we'll go out there, represent the Big Ten well.
Have you ever played in that rink or coached in that rink?
I have not either. So it'll be been all over in that area in upstate New York and played most of the other ones. So it'll be interesting. That was one of the things that with the U.S. team, I didn't really care who we were playing so much with the college games or doing schedule. I just like to go to different arenas and see a lot of history, and there's an awful lot there. So it'll be fun.
Dan, 7 goals in the first 2 games there, 3 power play goals. What are you seeing from the offense that you sometimes struggled at times last year?
Well, I think there's just certain things that you have to do offensively, just in terms of possession and attacking the net and your spacing in the offensive zone. I think our guys have done a lot better job of it. We were better at the end of last year. I think our defensemen did a better job at delivering the puck when it got back to them, whether they got it to the net or they got it into an offensive area where we could do something with it. So I think we've been able to maintain that. We probably should have had a few more goals. We had some breakaways, we had some open nets, we had some things that we didn't. Their goalie was good. Give them credit, and we didn't finish. So, but I'll take 7 goals every weekend. That'll put us in a good spot. But the maturity of how we play, and more and more guys getting scoring chances. I think last year, if we break down the scoring chances, and if we got 15 or 20 in a game, at least 2/3 would come out of Kodorenko's line. So this year, it was a lot more evenly spread out among the whole 4 lines, and that's a good thing to see.
And is your young team ready for this kind of leap and this kind of challenge, or is that something you're anxious to find out?
Well, I think we are, and with a lot of guys back from last year, one thing, the Big Ten being as it is, you're pretty well battle tested. If you look at our series at the end of last year, where you're going through, Penn State, Ohio State, Notre Dame, finishing off the season, and some of those most of those on the road, you find out a lot about it. So I think our guys have done that. I think they'll understand. When you play a top 10 team, you can't be off. You can't take 10 minutes off and kind of sort the game out. You got to be ready right from the drop of the puck. And I think we learned that a lot last year. We got our I want to say our doors blown out, but there was a couple games there where it was a Corvette and a Chevette, taking off from the starting line, and we finished all right, but you find yourself behind. So that would be important. Start and play fast. We were fast on Friday night, and that's not just the skating speed. That's the moving the puck. That's skating without the puck. That's being ahead of the play. And I thought we did a really good job on Friday of that. Average job. I'll give Northern a little credit, but average job on Saturday night. If we play that way, we'll be in the game.
Danton, for you, is it stink to have an off week so early in the season, especially with a young team?
It's we've got 5 weeks to get 8 games in, and I guess in a perfect world it would have been nice to have a couple weeks, get right back in a game mode, because I thought we played well and we had some momentum. But the schedule is what it is. They're done 2 or 3 years out. We're going to get one of them off, so our approach was just let's maximize it. And like I said, we got a little rest, we got some extra time in the weight room. We were able to address some things, and then everything we worked on last week, we kind of bundled into yesterday's practice, and I really liked it. So you know what, the schedule is what it is, and you have to take advantage of it, and that's up to the coaches to prepare that way. So yeah, perfect world, I wouldn't do it this way, but that's the way it is this year.
Anything else?
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dan.